Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And we have Jaheem King in the house. He just dropped his first single.
I did.
Superpower. And you've seen him on Nickelodeon, all the above. And he's got some serious bling here in Monday
we're
morning.
feeling
nice,
I'm
man.
trying. Thank you. Mama Toombs, I got to give her full credit.
Yeah,
She's
like the
one that
Windex
lifts it up.
man right now.
Right.
Okay.
You literally got it from your mama.
I quite literally got it from my mom.
That's right.
Yes.
So tell us about the single.
So, Superpower, it's really special to me. I wrote it a couple years back, actually, and you know what it means to me. I feel like everyone has their own little superpower, and it has a different meaning for everyone. And for me, like when I was younger in school and all that stuff, I would never really fit in with the crowd and all that stuff. And I learned later on that the things that made me weird are the things that are my superpowers. And I wanted to make a song that embodied that. And when it comes on, also like it literally has superpower. Like it'll make a headache go away. That song, like, it just bumps. It's funky. It has that funky feeling that just makes you feel superhuman, and it makes you feel like, yeah, I can do this.
What are your superpowers?
What are my superpowers? I feel like if I had an actual superpower, it would be that, like, you know, sonic boom sound, like the whistle note, like that Ariana Grande, like that would be my superpower. But my superpower is my music. Like I feel superhuman when I'm on stage and when I'm performing. It's like a totally different human being that like jumps out, you know, and that's when I seriously feel superhuman. Like I do things I can't do normally.
Has it always been that way, or did you have to really work at getting confident and comfortable enough on stage?
No, it's always been.
It's always been that way, yeah.
It's always been that way. When I was growing up in like school and all of that stuff, that was my escape. Like that was, you know, in entertainment. Shout out to Miss Lunsford. She was my music teacher in elementary school. And whenever I was feeling down and out of it, I would just perform for absolutely no one but her. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so cute. We talk a lot about miracles or superpowers just being glitches in your current belief system. How did you get that mindset? Did you get that from your mama too?
I got that from my mama too. My mom and dad are both educators, and my dad, since I was a baby, he's worked with a company called the Life is Good Kids Foundation. And what they do, you know, they promote the idea of optimism in everything.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Love that.
Yeah, so that's the way that I've lived my life, and I've tried to turn everything around and make it swag.
Really?
Life is good. Life is good.
How did your life change after 100 Things to Do before high school on Nickelodeon?
Oof, it changed significantly. So backstory, when I was a little kid, like back in Boston, I had like the awakening when I was 7 years old. But I used to study Nickelodeon like crazy. Like you could not tell me that I was not Leon Thomas III. I was Corbin Blue in High School Musical. Like that was me growing up. And like the goal was always to be on Nickelodeon. So it's wild that I got to see it come true. I'm shortening the story because it's really long. We moved here when I was 7 years old, and every sign, you know, like we knew that this was right. Like 50 years, my school back home, I went to school there. My mom had a job there. We come here, the school shuts down. So I don't have a school, she doesn't have a job. You know what I mean? Like, and everything, I found a school that was perfect for me, and my mom found a job at that same exact school. Like we had the same exact setup here. Like it was a faith walk, but we knew it was right. And we used to drive by Nick on Sunset every single day. RIP to that studio because it was iconic.
I love that you said this was a faith walk.
It was. It was
How
a
did you
major
keep
faith
the
walk.
faith?
Oof. Well, my pastor, William E. Dickerson, he's always been a mentor to me, and he told me something before I left, and he was like, go get into Hollywood, but don't let Hollywood get into you.
Amen.
And it's really strong, and it stuck with me because it's crazy out here. I mean, it's wild. They trying to kill me. But,
So you knew that. You had this knowing, you had this intuition, you had this God thing, whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely.
Where do you know it's going for you?
Stadiums, Hanny. That's the goal. That's the goal. You know, there's something so special about music, and it's a universal language. And growing up, music was the only thing that made me feel invincible. And if I have the power, you know, I'm grateful for my gift, and I want to make other people feel that way, and I want to provide that feeling for other people. So that's the goal over everything else, to be able to have hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people singing my songs and you know, leaving their problems behind and having a good time when they hear my music.
That's going to make you a great king.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You already are a king.
Who've been your greatest musical inspirations?
Beyonce. Beyonce. I do this every time. I do the whole Sasha Fierce, Mrs. Carter, Beyonce. No, Beyonce and Bruno Mars, and Michael Jackson and Prince. Those four, right? That's four.
Yeah.
Yeah, those four right there are my everything. Like, and that's who I've studied growing up all my life, and yeah, they're so special to me.
So what's next for you?
Well, I'm actually right now I'm working on a full body of work with music. I'm gonna keep it, pretty vague but I will say like this music's superpower is special to me, but this music is, it's a little more personal and it's very nostalgic of that Prince Michael vibe that you used to get back in the day. So it's like old school music with a new school flair. And one of my songs is called Bring It Back, because I was sitting around with my team and we were talking about how music used to provide like you felt it through your veins when it came on. It gave you shivers, it gave you chills, it made you want to bump like no matter what you were doing. And that's the feeling that that's the goal, to provide that with every single song. So it's, it's taken time and we've been working really hard, but I'm really proud of it and I'm really excited to release it.
We're excited too.
We're excited.
Thank
for
you.
So tell everyone where they can find and follow you and get your music.
Yes, you guys can find me at Jaheem Toombs everywhere. That's JAHEEMTOOMBS.
Fantastic, man.
Love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you for
Love
having
them.
me.
Stay tuned. We'll be
Thank
back
you.
with more Good Morning LaLa.